everybody, and welcome to Junk Journaling Friday. Today we are going to be making some goodies. We're going to be doing mass making stuff because I need to build up my stash of items, charms, tags, collage boards, yada yada, that I need for my junk journaling. So if you're new here, welcome. It is so glad to have you. I am so glad you're here. If you did not see last week, I had a little sneak peek picture on Instagram of journaling charms that I have made, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm very happy with how they turned out, and I hope you like them too. So if you are interested in purchasing one, please let me know. You can email me and I would be happy to mail that out to you, and that will be, I think they're going to be, I don't know, like about $8. And I don't know how much it'll cost to mail them, but I will figure that out. So today I'm going to make basically some little, like little charms. So what I'm going to do is I cut out a lot of circles with my different size circle punches I got for Mother's Day, and I'm going to layer them. So like this is white on the back, and I don't want that to stay white, so I'm just going to put that one on the back. And then I'm just going to take different things that I punched. I punched all kinds of different size stuff here, okay? And I'm just going to layer this, and then I'm going to put a brad in the center. But on this side, I wanted to put some lace. So I'm basically just going to cut this like this, and you will see what I'm going to do with it in just a minute. So I'm going to take that, and then I thought I would do one of these, try to put it on here straight, and then maybe one of these, and maybe some little tiny, that's too little. Let's do, let me see here. I want one of the, here we go. If I can get hold of it, these are hard to pick up. Can't get my, there we go. There. It's like a little bullseye. And that would go in the middle. But what I want to do before I do all of that, when you turn it over, it'll be super pretty like that. So I want to ink this first. So I'm going to get out my inker over here. And I'm using Vintage Photo. I can get it apart. And before we get started with that, I will not be getting this new desk nasty. So we're just going to put this down while we do our inking. So the first thing I'm going to do is ink a little bit of this, which you probably won't even be able to tell, and that's okay. Okay. And then we're going to take and we're going to ink that. Today, while sitting here, you wouldn't believe, I don't think I've had but maybe one person knock at my door the whole time I've lived here. And today I had 2 people in one day. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, okay, that never happens. So there we've got that started. Then we'll have this. And then we'll have this page here. And this is just an old book page that I punched circles out of. And that was gifted to me by Miss Lee, which I'm eternal grateful for because I've been able to make so much stuff since she, and this one doesn't need to be inked because it's black and you're not going to be able to see it. What did I do with my other one? Let's see here. Let me find it. If I can get my fingers on it. This blue might show a little bit, I don't know, but we shall see. There we go. And then a little like that. Okay, so let's put the lid back on. Set this over here out of the way. I'm going to glue everything together and do a little trim. Now you can wrinkle these up if you want to. You don't have to. It's just one of those things that if you want to do that, you can. I'm just going to take my art glitter glue. Well, my art glitter glue. There we go. Are you serious? And the bad news is I've lost my needle, not my needle, my pen that I had in here. And I don't know what I have done with it. And I'm trying to find my needle I had. We might not be using art glitter glue after all. I should have known. Try to start doing something and what happens. You get stopped right in the middle. Here we go. I got a needle here. If I can get my fingers on it. I don't know if it'll fit, but we're going to try. It's the skinnier one. Nope. Nope. Life just wouldn't be normal if it was not some kind of drama on a daily basis. Okay, well, we're just going to use a different kind of glue. How's that? We're going to use this. Hopefully it works. Glue that down. I'm like, okay, major catastrophe over here. Get that centered. Press that down. I'm trying to see if I can find. You would think, in all this junk that I have, that I would have a needle somewhere, somehow. Because I had 2 needles. You're not going to believe this. 2, not 1, but 2 that came with it. Seriously. And guess what I did? Ouch. I lost both of them. I found my thread kit here. So hopefully, yep, there's some pins in here. If you don't plug this stuff back up, it stops up and it ain't coming unstopped. I'm just saying. So, note to self, seal up your art glitter glue or you're going to be real sorry you didn't. All right, let's start again, shall we? I think that's probably, yep, that's adhered down. So, I'm going to flip it over. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down this right here in the middle. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to get, it does not take long for that to stick down. I'm going to put this in this center. I didn't have time to show y'all a prototype because I literally had just got off work. There's that. Now we're going to do this one in the center. Of that. I like it so far. I've just been experimenting with stuff and trying to figure out what it is I like, what I don't like, and making little things that I thought you all might enjoy making yourself. And then this little tiny piece, and it's going to be really hard. Put that right there. Might have to get my tweezers here. There's that. So there's our first one. So what we're going to do, you can do a lot of things. You could put a brad in the middle to hold it all together to make sure it never comes apart like this. Or you could take some of these buttons, the flat pearls that I got, and you could put one of these in the middle. Let's see. Let's just see how that would look. Super cute. Now I am going to trim just to make it rounded right here on the edges. And I think that makes it super cute looking. Okay. Now what I want to do is take my hole puncher. That is stinking cute. And I want to slide this in here. And that's about right. There. Put a little hole. And I am going to take my, I think they're in this. Yep. My little bulb pins. And we have a charm. So now, if you wanted to go the extra mile and you wanted it to have a little bit of bling, bling, bling. Let me see if I can find my bling. Yep. I have these charms. You could take one of these little copper charms that I have here and you could put on it. Hello, where is it? There it is. And it helps if you have the charm on the right side, doesn't it? I'm gonna put that in there like so. Gonna put your little charm on after you do that. And you're going to fasten it. Now, you could just use that as a dangle, like if you have, let's say, a side page, like, let me find what I was looking for. Say you have a side tuck. I have one right here. And say it's got that on it already. And you have this on the inside of your book in a tuck inside your journal. Here's the journal. And this is hanging out like this. You can take this and you can put it right through there. So then this is hanging out, which I would turn it the other way just for, you pull this out, this is hanging off the side of your journal. That is stinking cute. Like, yeah. So we're going to make a couple more of these and then we're going to do a tag. We're going to decorate some tags because I'm building my stash. So here's my first one. I'm going to put that over there out of the way. And we'll do this one a little bit different this time, okay? Let's put some of the embellishments back here out of the way. Let's do one that's a little bit more different, we'll say. I want to get a smaller piece of page. let's see. Yeah, like this. And I think I might, this might be too big. Yeah, I don't want to cover up on my blue, because I think the blue is pretty. I like that. I think this might be the same size. Yep. We may have to punch one, just because I want it to be seeable enough. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. All right. That's cute. And I think I'm going to make this one a little less, you know, just something more simple. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of the pearls in the middle, and let's go ahead and glue this all together. This one I'm not going to do any lace. The back has a decorative back, so I'm not going to do anything with that. So let's go ahead and just glue this down. Just trying to give you guys some ideas if you are getting into junk journaling and you're new to it like me, that you can actually just take some paper, and you don't even have to have a circle punch. You could have something that's round and you could trace around it and cut it out with scissors. It doesn't have to be, you know, bells and whistles and fancy and all that. I wish I had one that was mid-size, but that's going to be the same size as this one, and I don't have any, so we're just gonna, I like the paper. I'm going to distress this a little bit just so it'll stand out more. And if you're not somebody that likes to ink, that's okay. Not all junk journal folks do. Oops, I was going to say, where did I flip that off to? And I'm going to put that right here in the center, and I'm going to take a bigger pearl. And what we might could do too is you could put little things like on the side if you wanted to. Let me see what we got here. I got all kinds of new little embellishments from Temu. I don't know if there's anything small enough in here that would even work, but I will look. I don't think that I do. About the smallest thing in here is something like that, and it's not tiny enough. And I got this container, these containers from Temu as well. They're great to put all my stuff in. We're going to leave it like it was. I'm going to take this pearl, and I'm going to put a little dot of glue in the center just for safe measure. I'm going to get my tweezers. And try to get hold of this thing. It's so tiny. Let's see if I can just drop it in here. Goodness gracious. Technical difficulties, people. Oh, Lord have the mercy. There we go. Try to get it in the center. There we go. Not too shabby. That's cute. I really like that. I'm going to ink these edges a little bit. I'm going to take this one. I think I'm going to do a silver one. And there's number 2. I think it's pretty. Let's do one more with a different pattern, and then we'll do some tags. First thing I want to do is ink the edge. And I'm going to take some lace. And I think I'm going to do this. You can take it. I knew I'd get it too big. So let's do this. I'm gonna cut it down the center because it's got this little tiny seam. That should be enough, we hope. Okay. So now I just wanna smush it up a little bit and make it into a circle. And basically you're just folding it in, hold on to it, folding it in like so, and folding it in. You can get hold of it. There we go, got it. It makes a little circle, and then that will camouflage that. And we are going to, let me see here. What am I going to secure this with? Well, that came unloose, undone. There we go. I might be able to get that to hold. I am not sure. We may end up doing a too big, doing it like this. That is so stinking cute. Pull it out just a little bit. I'm just pulling out some of my ribbon. And I'm going to put some of that under there. I'm going to take a brad. Let's take one of these reddish ones. I can't believe how good that stuck down back there. Okay. Wipe off that extra glue and turn that back around. I'm going to punch a hole right in the center, and I'm going to use my tweezers. Probably going to punch a hole in my finger. There we go. Pick that back up gently. Okay. Is this going to be perfect? I don't think so, but that's okay. You get where I'm going with it. Get that to go in there. If my hands weren't so big and these items weren't so little, it would be all right. There we go. And it's through. Then I'm just going to take and I'm going to mash this down like so. Isn't that cute? I love that so much. And you could even take one of these little tiny pearls if you wanted to. And you could put it like on the lace, like that, and give it some pretty. Just like here, there, and give it a little sparkle. That is cute, guys. That is cute. I'm loving it. Oops, my pearl went flying. Maybe never to be seen again. Come here. I need to get me some different tweezers that I can pick stuff up with. I want to put this one over here. Over here. There we go. I want it to be up here where you can see it. There we are. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, that is so cute. And it's not perfect, and it doesn't have to be. That's what's great about it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I really do like how that turned out. I can get it picked up. Is that not adorable? Oh, I love it. So let's line this up. A little closer to the edge this time. And I'm going to do another silver one. And I think I'm going to take, well, that might not look right with that silver. Let's just leave it like that. And we're going to put our bulb pin in there. So we've made 3 of these to hang off of our journaling cards. So those will be hanging on the edge of your journal, hanging off, or on the front or the top, or however you want to do it. So you basically can take circles, squares, triangles. You can take any shape you want and just use your scraps and glue them on. Now, if you don't want this to show on the back, one thing I thought I would do, let me take this back off real quick. We're going to cover that just because I don't want that showing, but I'm not going to cover the whole thing. Let's take that, like a piece of lace. That's how quick this glue dries. It dries fast, which I love about it. And I'm just going to pop that right in the center. And that covers up that brad. We'll put our pin back in and we'll do a couple tags. I'm just trying to give you ideas for little embellishments and things that you can make for your junk journal. So we have 3 little charms there. All right, so let's grab a couple of tags. We have this one, and then I have some already made up here. See, like these, and that'll hang off the sides. Put that in there, that can hang off the edges. So let's decorate these real quick. I have these magazine pages that I thought were really interesting because they had this quilting design on here. And I thought that I would use this to cover this card up. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I might use it double just because it is such thin paper. So I think I'm just going to go down through here like so. And I'm going to close this up just to glue that together. And then I'm going to take this. I think I'm actually going, yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind. Disregard. Gonna glue this down. Right there. And it doesn't matter that that's all bubbly and wrinkly. I think that just makes it look like the quilt is actually fabric laying on there. All right, and I'm going to trim to the edge. And this is my sticky scissors. Scissors that get to collect all the glue. Okay. So, I'm going to roll that back. Look at that. That almost looks like fabric. Can you see that where it's rippled from being wet? I love that so much. So now let's find some ephemera. We got our quilt there. Let's do something cute here on this one. Too big. This stuff's sort of big. I love that teacup. Let's find some smaller stuff. That stuff's too big. All right, close that back up. And we might could even put, I have some really cute little, I don't want to cover up all of my quilt, first of all. I like that. I wish it wasn't so wide. Let's see if I can find something smaller. Ooh, that's a cute idea. That's covering up too much of my quilt. That's too round. That's cute. That might work. Who knows? Let's just go with leaving that out for now. I don't know if I'm going to keep that on there like that or not. We shall see. But the one thing I do want to do is put some kind of decoration on here. Like a little, I don't want it to be like fancy. Some of this stuff is just so stinking cute. Here we go. Maybe that. I like that clock. That's the great thing about, I like that. I think we might be getting somewhere. Okay, let's do that. A little stack of books. Because it looks totally different once you put these down. Let's put this little stack of books on here. What do you think? If I can get that off my finger. I'm going to take the bone folder and put that on there. I don't know if you're even going to be able to tell what it is. Who knows? I don't know that I like that, but hey, it is what it is, folks. One thing about junk journaling, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Just putting stuff on here, trying to decorate a little bit, seeing how it's going to look. We'll see. Think we're good there. Think we can put like a little piece of, let's see here. I got all kinds of torn book page. On here. I'm gonna ink that just a little bit. And I'm just trying to like roll with it and not really be planned on everything, because, you know, I do plan out some of the stuff, but it needs to be sort of random. I think that gives you more imagination. And you just keep layering, you know, you just layer this and layer that. My book page is not being a good book page. There we go. Okay, I love how that looks. And let's see. I know, I'm like covering up everything. Let's get a tiny one. Put that there just because I like it. There we go. Now we're going to punch our hole in the back. Put that back in there. There we go. So what you would do, I'm just going to leave that blank on the back. That way you can use it for, you know, your writing. It's a journaling card tag, or a journaling tag, we'll say, not a card. Gonna ink that up real quick. Ink the front. You could even put like a little word on it if you wanted to. I have some words. What did I do? Here they are. I got them in today. In the cutest little pack. And this is like a fabric paper. Let's do... These are perforated. Long-term happiness. Let's do that. They're perforated and you just tear them. That's what I love about these. And I'm going to trim it off a little bit. Well, I guess I could just tear it. Duh. And I'm going to tear. That ain't going to tear. Let's just put happiness. How's that? Put a little ink on it. Make it look nice and old. And there we go. We're getting there, guys. And we're just gonna put that right there in the middle. And then when you put this in the book, of course, the ideal thing would be that this would be a bigger tag. You just hook this to this, and this will be hanging off the edge of the book. So there's our first tag. Let's do this bigger one. I like how that turned out. So we're going to take, I think I'm going to do this one with a book page. And I think I'm going to round that corner. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to take my book page. I'm just going to put some glue all around my edge. punch that down. Oh, duh. I amaze myself sometimes, guys. It's almost Friday. It's all I can say is that it's almost Friday. I have done some of the stupidest things today. I'm like, are my brain cells even working? Like I was going to cover the back of that up, knowing that that's a journaling card, like a goob. Sometimes I'm just like, really? There's that. There we go. All right, so there's that part. I'm going to punch my hole back in here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, there's that. Now we're really going to have some fun. First thing I'm going to do is put a cute word on here. Let's put forever. Okay, there's our word. So we have our word ready. Let's get some cute stuff. And I'm going to get the solid stickers. And nope, too big. Ooh, we can put a pretty flower there. Let's do that. I know, I got stuff everywhere. Okay, we're going to peel the back off of this. And we're going to put this down. Oh, I like that. Got our word down. Now, I was hoping I had a little tiny butterfly in here. That wasn't that one. That's too big. Too big. And I don't want to take away from the flower. That's stinking cute. That's not going to happen. I don't have a butterfly there. No, I don't. Put all these little goodies back in here. So we're just going to not hunt for a butterfly because I probably will never find one. And I don't want to be sitting here for 3 days. I have been in I want to use one of these. I've been dying to use one of these numbers. I don't know why numbers are so popular in junk journaling, but they are. And I think it's great, but you know, it is what it is. Here's that. And I think that one is pretty much, I really like my corners to be dark. I just think it makes it look that much older. There. I like that. Okay. So we got a line, we got a word, we got a number on there. It's distressed. It's on paper on the back, or a book. So I think that's good. So we got that. And then that'll go in. It's a journaling tag. Go right on the back. And then this little thing, you got to put it in your journal. Can hang off the edge if I would put it on right. I want to, I think I'm going to have to put it on this other way. There we go. Now Donna's got it together. How about that? So as you can see, and then if you had a, let's just say this is your journal. My word search, okay? And this is in a tuck in here. That's going to stick out a little bit. But this is your journal, and that's hanging off the edge of your book. Is that not the stinking cutest thing? Like, I really, really, really like that a lot. I think it is so pretty. So, anyway, go ahead and get out your scraps, guys, and just let your imagination run wild. These were just scrap pieces of scrapbook paper that I used to make some little charms. I used bulb pins. That one's got a little charm on it there. And then I used that copper colored brad, and I embellished that with some pearls. This one has a pearl center, and it's more of a shape. And then another little tag. You can make your tags as big as you want. Like, I have great big pieces over here, if I can get my fingers on one of them, that I'm actually going to cut some big cards. This is just a cereal box, and I'll cover this part and make great big journaling cards. For example, let me just show you one real quick what to do. Just take a cereal box you have that's empty, and we're going to cut this about right there. Cut her in half. And then we are going to get our card. We're going to trim this up. You cut it just like this. You take this, flip it over, and do the same thing over here. And if you don't want to cut up a card, you can take this piece and put it up here and do the same thing, okay? All right, so here's your card. I'm going to round the corners on the bottom. Just because I like that look, I'm using my large punch. And there's that. So you basically have your card all ready to go. If you want, you can go ahead and you can punch your circle, and you basically just pick out whatever. That was the magazine. I don't want to do that one again. Let's take some. This will be a really pretty piece. Let's take some of this. I've been wanting to use this paper. Look how pretty that is. And that will capture those little birds. And let's take We're just going to cut it. Okay. I just want to see where I'm going to put that. And probably would have made a lot more sense if I'd have done that on the back. Sometimes I amaze myself. See what I'm talking about? I haven't had any sense today at all. Like none. Like I've been dumber than a box of rocks all day. I don't know what's wrong with me, but whatever. I mean, I do the dumbest things, and I'm like, what are you doing, you crazy girl? Like, seriously? You're not this limited. So we're just going to cut it. Remember, if your cuts aren't perfect, guys, it's okay. That if you do ink, it covers up a whole lot. Especially on your edges and stuff, it really covers up a whole lot. And here we are. Okay, so let's just move that out of the way and hopefully not be a complete bozo and get this glued down. Make sure I get good around that. Good thing I'm not trying to make a straight line, huh? Okay, we're just going to wait. We're going to do that. That is gorgeous. Now we're going to come in here. We're going to knock down some edges here. I guess I could cut the edges off first. See what I mean? Crazy girl. I'm a crazy girl. I think I'm just really tired, honestly. I really think I'm just exhausted. I need to have a little bit of time alone to just be lazy, do nothing, absolutely nothing for myself or anybody else. Just chill. Okay, let's get all these little scragglies out of the way. Now let's ink, shall we? You're probably like, what are you doing? Look how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. So this is going to be like a super big journaling card. It'll probably go in the front or the back of a journal or in a fold-out folio of some kind. I am going to be doing like an accordion file type folder. If I can find it. I don't know what I did with it. It was actually like an advertisement that came in a package, and it's all about their company. And what's great about it is I'm going to cover up the thing, and it's going to be so stinking cute. And I'm going to use it to put in one of my journals, and it's big. So it'll be a lot of journaling space, a lot. Okay, so we've inked the back, we've inked the front, we've closed up our ink, gotten it out of the way. That doesn't need anything else. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to punch this hole again. There's that. Now you could even put, if you didn't want to have one of these tags hanging off of here, that would like put this on here and have it. Now I'll probably have to put a few jump rings on here to make it more dangly, but this would go inside your book like I showed you before. This would be dangling off the side of the book, and then you can just pull it out, journal on it, and you're golden. So I hope that you liked the video. I hope you liked the ideas. These were not my ideas exclusively by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure that you can find a ton of other junk journaling people on there, Shabby Dabby Doodah, you know, Scrapbooking with Me, Melina, Camilla Craft Designs, all these ladies, Treasure Books, they all make these things. So it is not my design per se on my own. I like to give credit where credit is due. So know that I'm not trying to like steal anybody's ideas or anything. I'm just trying to build my stash of stuff so that when I get ready to put the journal together, which yes, I am still working on, and yes, there will be updated journal videos, I'll have stuff to put in it. So again, I hope that you liked the video. If you did, I hope that you will give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and I'll see you on my very next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.